Ryan, you're up next, buddy.
Oh, I finished the movie. We talked about this on the podcast.
I'm so happy you finished the movie.
You don't sound too happy.
It was sarcasm.
So many times you don't finish movies, you're like, I'm still going to talk about it.
You don't get the full review. You just have to watch like part 1 and part 2 of the podcast. Yeah, so this part of the movie, I got this, and then I finished it, so you get this. So
I like how it changes, though. So I'm very curious about how this one, how that first part that you watched, and how the second half went.
Okay, so basically, what did I watch? Overtime or something?
Jeez.
About time.
About time.
About time. I finished this movie. About time. Okay, so it's a 2013 British romantic comedy. But here's the thing. It was romantic.
Wow, Evan. God.
It wasn't that funny, Evan.
Damn.
But it has your favorite actors in here. It has
I have
Bill
a lot of those.
Nighy.
Bill Nighy?
Is that how you say his last name? Knightley?
Is he the science actor?
Nighy.
Nighy?
Nighy.
Nighy. There's no L. Bill Nighy. Has Evan's second favorite actor, Rachel McAdams.
She's up there.
Yep. And then also, I don't know how to properly say this guy's name. Is it Domhnall Gleeson?
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Isn't it just Donald? But they spell it all weird? It's the guy from
Star
Ex
Wars.
Machina. Or Star Wars.
Yep, don't know what you're talking about.
You can't just say Star Wars. There's like a specific film that he's in, not just Star Wars.
Mark Hamill.
He's an Ex Machina. His name is it's Donald. We're going to call him Donald. You know what? Your fancy British-ass name, your name is Donald, okay? Thanks, Domhnall Gleeson.
Say aluminum right, fuckers.
Yeah, aluminium, asshole. But it does have Margot Robbie in it. Yeah, no, I don't. And then it also has
all the British listeners, I apologize.
And Vanessa Kirby. She's very attractive. Does anybody know who she's in? She's in Mission Impossible. She's in. She's in Me.
Whoa. We're bringing up pegging now, huh?
I would be fine with
it. What's her name? Vanessa Kirby?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the little pink puffball?
And she's a little pink puffball in this series, yes.
Wow. Okay, review.
Yeah, I know.
I'm doing that. She's in Hobbs and Shaw.
She's in, Hobbs versus Shaw. We saw that.
And then she's in Mission Impossible. And
All Out.
She's like the new, like, hot British chick, you know? But, okay. 2013. So this movie is, the premise is Peter's favorite thing in the world. You ready for it?
I already know.
Pods.
Yeah.
The whole plot was about them building the Bat Pod.
And then they fell in love, and it was magical.
It's about time travel. So apparently, the men in this family can go hide in a dark closet, clench their fists, act pissed off, and then they could travel to that moment in time that they can remember to exact location and minute. So then they can rewrite their own history. So then I was like, oh, well, I could see how he could use it.
But so they redo it, right? Like they travel back and they're the same person and they're just in that time now?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I don't know if I could time travel and I just got stuck just going back and then reliving stuff. I don't know if I want to do that.
Well, dude, he actually uses it for his own benefit, and he finds out. He finds out in a way that he cannot use it. So, okay, so the way he fell in love with his wife was he basically like found that exact moment and went back there and gained enough confidence and courage to go talk to her, and he basically just conned her to liking him, and then like you see them live their life.
Isn't that what we always do though in real life
without
going back?
Well, it's exactly like how I would refill myself doing Her, the movie. I would act a scene, and then if that actress wouldn't sleep with me, then I would go back and react that scene until she would.
Oh God.
Yep, it's the same premise. So I take it you like this film then.
It's a great movie. It gave me a lot of great ideas. So okay. I thought it was a romantic movie, but honestly, it was about this guy who would like wanted to protect his family. Like his sister was a fuck up, so he tried to go back in time and save her. But at one point, within a child being born, he came back and this other kid was sitting there, which was fine because his first kid was a little redhead daughter. She looked creepy as shit. His second kid was like this normal looking brunette son.
So he can go back and forward in time?
No, what? Okay, so here's the caveat. If he tried to go back in time prior to his child being born, it would alter the child.
Well, yeah, you can't mess with time. Every time travel movie tells you that. That's the one thing I think they get right.
Bill Nighy was like, "Hey, one thing I forgot to tell you: don't travel beyond the birth of your child because, then your child would be different." That was the weirdest thing. That's the one thing that he was like, "Oh yeah, you can't do that. Anything else, you're fine."
I like how that was. Oops, I forgot to mention that.
Yes.
Yeah, you're my fourth child.
Exactly.
It finally clicked.
I really liked the second one, but oops.
Well, when I was watching it, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, I would have picked that other kid. That one was way cooler.
Wait, so does he do this?
Well, then he has to go back and then so oh god, see, time travel, dude. It's one of those things where like every movie wants to get it right, but they always get it wrong. And that's why I think it irritates you. Me, I just realize it's stupid because it's never going to happen. But so there's a point in time where his sister gets injured in a car crash. She doesn't die, but she gets injured. So he wants to go back and like correct his sister's life. Meanwhile, doing that, he kind of fucks up his new family's timeline with his kids and stuff. And then he realizes, oops, I can't do that. So then he goes back to the point where he tells himself not to do that, and then
he's so confused.
Thank God he did this in two separate instances.
I just like just watching you just like try to think about this film and like wait, and then he goes that and then he does the other and then like it's hurting you.
My brain's fried.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. Like, good premise. Like, it was enjoyable to watch, but I had a lot of questions because none of it really made sense. Always a loophole, and like towards the end of the movie, like his dad was dying, so he was like selfishly not having another kid because if that kid was born, then he couldn't go back and revisit moments with his dad and tell him how he dies. Does this make any sense?
Oh, yeah, somewhat, but also like I mean that's I don't know. It seems dumb. It's stupid, like you said. Like I hate how you have this thing and then they gotta like throw in this like extra rule to be like this will make it more entertaining and add some drama to it. Where to me that's unnecessary. I mean, you got a guy that can go back in time, and I like the butterfly effect. You know, like I thought that was a cool, entertaining, like kind of time travel film, is because each time he did something, like you never knew what was going to happen from it, and I guess prefer that instead of this whole like if you go past when your child is born, it's going to change. Like,
right?
Like, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. you never know what you're gonna get. Each time, like it's a new seed going in, a new sperm going in that egg. It could always be different. I don't know. That's just odd. So I guess. Well, now what? Now that I talked it through, I'm back on board. I thought they did a good job with it. Because that makes sense, right? Each time you go back, you try to do something, you change the events. So it's now you don't know what you're gonna get.
But the catalyst is the birth of your child. So, like, if he didn't have any kids, then he can infinitely travel between time and do whatever he wants.
Exactly. So what do you do? I guess that's really the real question there is, do you have the joy of creating life, or do you have the infinite power of time travel anywhere?
Time travel.
What what do you give up? Like that's but I guess that's the real question though, is like for this guy, the whole thing that he kept on doing was he wanted his wife, his girl that he wanted, so he kept on time traveling back to get that. So
and then he had to give up his dad, and then he had to give up a chance to sleep with Margot Robbie. Meanwhile, like he could have slept with her and then traveled back in time and been like, "Oops, no, I didn't," but I still have that memory that I did.
You don't have time travel abilities. Jeez. No, babe. Totally. I didn't cheat on you. It's just a different lifeline.
And then when she figures it out and it's kid related, then guess what? You have 90 kids, and then you can't ever travel through time.
Oh, I think Ryan, you would probably be like, "I'm gonna gamble." You could like, okay, here's something. Like, if you wanted a girl, you could be like, "I'm gonna keep on going back until I get that girl."
I would. I would 100%.
So
it's the Groundhog's Day thing. You would.
Yeah. Would you, do you recommend this movie?
Oh, I thought. Do you recommend time travel at the expense of your kid?
Yeah. Yes. You know what? This movie on the surface looks like just a romantic comedy, but if you really break it down, this movie encompasses everything that I love about that I want in a movie. It's a romantic comedy with a sci-fi and a horror twist.
You were really scared of that ginger, weren't you?
Yeah.
Each time he popped out of that closet,
The horrifying part is the decision to make to create life or have infinite time travel. And yes, that is a scary decision to have. And let me ask you a quick question, guys. Which would you rather have?
Life.
My timing was way back.
I would time travel like a motherfucker. Yeah, I would. Yep. Nope. I was gonna say something else, but nope.
We already
I would
do that, Ryan. And
Yep.
Evan's already beat you to it that he wants to time travel too. I don't know. I feel like I'm very like whatever happens, and that's just
here's the caveat, Peter. Like, if I was a time traveler, and you had kids, but you wanted to change something in your life, would I be able to travel back in time, meet up with you, tell you what to do? Would you still have those kids?
I think you're potentially affecting everything. It's the butterfly effect, but I don't. Maybe that's
the women can't time travel in the family, but he grabs his sister's hands, time travels back with her, shows her that he can time travel, and then she understands it, and then he brings her back, and he's like, "See, this is why you gotta quit fucking up."
So
but it didn't affect his.
See, this is another thing. Like, wait, did the dad ever say you could time travel with other people? Like, I mean, come on.
He never told anybody. Yeah, he said only the men could do it.
Yeah, and then bringing other people back, like, Did the wife ever find out they could time travel?
No, I think she was just drunk throughout the whole movie.
Oh.
Was that her or you?
No, I was. You know what? Both times I watched this, I was absolutely 100% sober.
Damn.
And I wasn't on my phone.
I bet you'd have a difference of opinion if he was drunk.
I don't think I would be able to go in that much detail of what this movie was about.
I don't think so either.
I watched a time travel movie.
It was good.
Well, I guess maybe I need to. I saw it was like on Netflix, I believe. Is it still on Netflix? Or you don't know. Okay, it might be on Netflix.
It is. I did watch it on Netflix.
Okay. All right.
Twice.
Nice.
Twice.
I'm.
Be sure to visit bmoviesbeyond.com.